Did Phil explain why he's speaking out now?
He said he's speaking out because he believes Diddy's a predator. He wants accountability and he doesn't want someone like this to run unchecked in the future.
So apparently Diddy's knee has been bothering him recently, so he reported it. At some point, it was decided that he needed medical care outside of the jail, so he was taken.
Scene Diddy Combs, a name synonymous with glitz and glamour, is facing a legal nightmare that threatens to dismantle his empire. As the music mogul grapples with some of the most serious allegations of his life, his children appear to be living in a completely different world, one filled with luxury, leisure, and limitless spending. The contrast is striking, drawing attention from all corners. While Diddy braces for a monumental battle, his kids are jet-setting to exotic destinations, flaunting designer goods, and enjoying a lifestyle most can only dream of. The disparity between their carefree indulgence and his precarious situation feels almost surreal.
Mom has finally spoken out amidst everything that is happening right now. Janice Small Combs provided a statement to some outlets via her attorney. So she starts off by saying it's very heartbreaking to see her son judged not for the truth, but for a narrative created.
Diddy, the music mogul once known for his iron grip on the industry and Midas touch, is now behind bars awaiting trial. The charges he faces aren't just damaging, they threaten to dismantle everything he's built over decades. Yet, while the stakes couldn't be higher for him, his family is anything but subdued. Instead of standing in solidarity or keeping a low profile, they are showcasing their extravagance for the world to see. And this isn't subtle. From jaw-dropping vacations to high-end shopping sprees, Diddy's kids are living a life of unparalleled luxury, documenting every moment on social media. Take Christian Combs, better known as King Combs. While his father faces a legal storm, Christian has been soaking up the sun on pristine beaches, splurging on designer goods, and living the high life. On Instagram, he recently shared clips of himself enjoying a beach day with his 2-year-old sibling, Love Scene Combs. The opulence doesn't end there. Paparazzi snapped photos of Christian stepping out of an SUV loaded with shopping bags from luxury brands. He's also been seen picking up diamond-encrusted watches and designer jackets from exclusive boutiques. Adding to the scene, his girlfriend, Raven Tracy, shares their adventures, including camel rides in Mexico, spa days, and yacht parties. Christian, of course, accessorizes it all with his signature oversized diamond chain, a not-so-subtle reminder of the family fortune.
Hey, just to tell the truth, so hopefully we can get down to the bottom of this. I'm 100%, the charges against me are 100% false, and hopefully due to time, we'll start this.
But Christian isn't the only one living it up. The Combs twins, Delilah and Jesse, recently stole the spotlight with their Instagram posts from street barts, where they donned matching Christian Dior bikinis. The twins lounged on a sleek yacht, sipping drinks from crystal glasses while soaking up the sun. Their aesthetic was nothing short of opulent and unapologetic, and their hundreds of thousands of followers couldn't get enough of the extravagant scene. Clear blue waters, a luxury yacht, and designer swimwear. It was like a movie set, except this is their reality. Then there's Chance Combs, who's been making waves on her own Instagram. The 19-year-old recently shared snapshots of a serene horseback ride along a sandy beach, embodying the picture of privilege. With aspirations of becoming an actress, Chance has also been attending amusement parks and high-profile events, all while maintaining an effortlessly glamorous image. At just 19, she's already a pro at projecting the kind of lifestyle that most people only see in glossy magazines.
In her civil lawsuit, Cassie said that she was the victim of abuse, assault, and at the hands of Diddy.
Let's not forget Quincy Combs, Diddy's eldest son, who's also been enjoying some well-deserved relaxation. Quincy opted for a beach vacation, sharing photos of himself lounging in the lap of luxury, embracing the perks of being part of one of the wealthiest families in entertainment. His vibe was relaxed, yet undeniably chic. While Diddy battles his legal woes, Quincy seems to be living by the treat yourself mantra. And who could blame him? With access to private jets and 5-star resorts, why not make the most of it too? Speaking of private jets, let's talk about the family's travel habits. Diddy's private jet has been racking up miles like never before, shuttling his kids to destinations like Hawaii, California, Texas, Florida, Mexico, Italy, and even India. Flight data shows the jet has also made stops in Ireland, Canada, and St. Martin. And don't forget the fuel costs. One insider mentioned, jet fuel ain't cheap. Each time the jet takes off, it costs thousands just for fuel, not even factoring in the luxury accommodations, personal chefs, or endless designer shopping sprees that follow.
This is very significant, just from who we associate Diddy being and everything we've seen him do over the decades. Like you said, this is quite the downfall to go from, I mean, we saw the mansions back in March that were raided by the feds. So to go from living in those mansions to being in a jail cell right now, I think it really underscores the magnitude of what he's facing and the weight of the federal.
But here's where things get even more intriguing. Sources close to the Combs family claim that Diddy's children are also giving away cash to their friends. Yes, you heard that right. Apparently, it's not enough to bask in the glow of their father's fortune. They are also spreading the wealth among their inner circle. When the cat's away, the mice will play, one insider quipped. With Diddy locked up awaiting trial, his kids are doing whatever they want, showing a carefree attitude that has sparked a wave of online criticism. Many are questioning whether Diddy's children truly understand the gravity of his situation. After all, their father's net worth has already taken a significant hit. Forbes estimated his fortune at around $400 million last year, a sharp decline from the $740 million he was worth in 2019. With lawsuits piling up and radio stations removing his music from playlists, the financial strain is only expected to grow. One source close to Diddy bluntly stated, "They're acting like he's been convicted already. They don't seem to realize that this money isn't endless. But are the kids really oblivious? Or are they simply putting on a brave face for the cameras? That's the million-dollar question. What's clear is that their actions are raising eyebrows, and the public's reaction has been a mix of fascination and outrage. On one hand, there's a morbid curiosity about how the ultra-wealthy live, especially in such extraordinary circumstances. On the other, a growing sense of resentment is brewing toward the Combs family for flaunting their wealth while their patriarch is under intense scrutiny. And let's not forget the irony in all this. Diddy, a man known for his larger-than-life persona and his infamous mantra of "can't stop, won't stop," now finds himself unable to control his own narrative. He's stuck in a jail cell, his reputation hanging by a thread, while his children are out there living their best lives. It's a stark reminder that even in the world of the ultra-wealthy, family dynamics can be complicated and loyalty isn't always guaranteed. For now, the Combs family seems content to ride this wave of luxury, insulated from the harsh realities facing their father. But the looming clouds of legal and financial pressure raise the question, how long can this charade last? Will they be forced to reevaluate their priorities, or will they continue to live in their bubble of privilege? Only time will tell.
Crazy, like I said before, they said that 2,300 people reached out to the law firm, and out of the 2,300 people, I guess they decided to go with just a little over 100, which seems like it's they just put out the number and everybody's calling to see if they can get a check.
It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane. Now, again, he did say that nothing has been filed yet because he says he wants to make sure that they do their due diligence and get this.
As we transition to the next chapter of this unfolding drama, one can't help but wonder, is the Combs family's lavish lifestyle a form of escapism, or is it a calculated move to distract from the scandal? And what, if anything, will be left of the Combs family legacy once the dust settles? These questions loom large, and there's much more to unpack regarding Diddy's legal battles and the ripple effects they're having on his family. While the extravagance of Diddy's children continues to dominate headlines and social media, there's an ominous undercurrent beneath the glitz and glamour. As the family tries to maintain an image of carefree indulgence, the reality is that Diddy's legal troubles are casting a long shadow, and it's not just him in the spotlight anymore. The allegations against the music mogul are anything but ordinary, and they've already begun to ripple through his inner circle, pulling some of his children into the fray. The family dynamic is growing increasingly complex, and the question on everyone's mind is, how much longer can the Combs clan keep up appearances before the weight of these accusations comes crashing down? The truth may be more complicated than the public sees, and only time will reveal what's next.
Investigation is ongoing, and I encourage anyone with information about this case to come forward and to do it quickly.
For those following Diddy's story, the allegations against him are as shocking as they are extensive. This isn't just a case of a celebrity caught in a scandal. It's a full-scale legal battle with potentially devastating consequences. The accusations range from serious claims of coercion and racketeering to multiple lawsuits and federal investigations. But the drama doesn't stop there. What's even more surprising is that some of his children have now found themselves tangled in this web of allegations. This isn't just about Diddy anymore. The spotlight has shifted, pulling others into the narrative. Take Christian Combs, better known as King Combs. While Christian has been making headlines for his lavish lifestyle and flashy social media posts, he's also become the subject of a serious lawsuit. Grace Omar, a former stewardess who worked aboard a yacht chartered by Diddy, has accused Christian of inappropriate behavior during a trip in late December 2022. According to her complaint, what was supposed to be a high-profile, wholesome family gathering quickly turned into an environment of chaos and excess. Omar K. alleges that Christian's actions left her deeply shaken and have had lasting effects on her personal and professional life. The troubling details she's shared paint a picture of a party culture that is far from glamorous.
Not done, and that Combs did not do this alone. Do you foresee that there could be other charges related to this case?
I'm not taking anything off.
Omar claims she was simply doing her job, providing dinner and drink service on the yacht when Christian allegedly crossed the line. The complaint describes him as heavily under the influence when he boarded the boat, and Omar alleges that he pressured her to join in on the festivities. She has even provided what she claims are audio recordings from that night, which reportedly capture her repeatedly refusing his advances. In one recording, she can allegedly be heard saying, "I have to go back to work," while Christian insists she stay with him. If verified, these recordings could add significant weight to her case. But it doesn't end there. Omar alleges that Christian's behavior escalated later in the evening, culminating in an incident that left her visibly distressed. Her complaint includes photos of bruising, which she claims were caused by the encounter. She said she reported the incident to the yacht's captain the following day but was met with disbelief and inaction. According to Omar, not only was her complaint dismissed, but she also faced retaliation, which eventually led to her losing her job. The emotional toll of the experience, she says, has been immense. She describes struggling with anxiety, sleeplessness, and other lasting effects that she attributes to that night on the yacht.
The money he has and all the resources he has, they couldn't craft some solution that lets him be under some form of house arrest. And again, it sounds like special treatment, but the truth of the matter is, to incarcerate somebody like him is expensive to all of us. We're taxpayers. And he's got to have unique situations. You can't put him in general population where, everyone wants a piece of him and everyone wants to be his friend and everyone.
Christian's legal team has strongly denied the allegations, calling them baseless and part of an effort to capitalize on the broader scandal surrounding his father. However, the timing of the lawsuit is undeniably significant, coming at a moment when the Combs family is already under intense scrutiny. It raises questions about how much of Christian's behavior may have been influenced by his father's lifestyle. After all, Diddy has been accused of fostering an environment where excess and indulgence were not only encouraged but expected. Speaking of Diddy, his own legal troubles continue to unfold, and they are nothing short of explosive. Federal agents recently raided his properties in Los Angeles and Miami, reportedly seizing items that could serve as evidence in the ongoing investigations. These raids were described as highly coordinated operations involving multiple agencies. While Diddy has maintained his innocence, the sheer scale of the investigations suggests authorities are leaving no stone unturned. Among the items seized were electronic devices and other materials that could potentially corroborate the serious allegations against him.
Or anything's possible, right? But now this judge has an even harder time, I think, because the past judge locked him up, didn't let him out, and he's still there available for trial. If the new judge lets him out on bond and something goes wrong, and this isn't the analysis that I'm proud to make, right? We shouldn't be saying, well, judges are worried about their own skin and how they look if something bad happens.
What's particularly unsettling is how these allegations have blurred the lines between Diddy's personal and professional lives. Reports suggest that some of his business associates have also been implicated, raising questions about whether this is a case of individual misconduct or something more systemic. These allegations have sparked a wave of lawsuits, with multiple individuals coming forward to share their stories. The common thread in many of these accounts is a culture of excess and entitlement that seems to have permeated every aspect of Diddy's world. This brings us back to the question of how his children fit into all of this. While Christian is the only one facing legal action at the moment, the entire family has been thrust into the spotlight. The public statements they've made in support of their father have been met with mixed reactions. On one hand, their loyalty is understandable. After all, this is their father, and they're standing by him during a difficult time. On the other hand, their unwavering support has been criticized as tone-deaf, especially considering the severity of the allegations against him. Their public declaration of standing united with Diddy has, for some, been seen as an attempt to deflect attention from the more troubling aspects of the case.
They're going to try to transfer him. They're going to try to get him out. You know, in a normal case where it's a high-profile person or a well-funded person, the prosecution and the judge is a little bit more concerned about a wrongful prosecution, because people that are mad that they're being arrested for a crime they didn't commit can turn around and file for malicious prosecution.
Even as they rally around their father, cracks in the Combs family's united front are beginning to show. Their lavish lifestyle, showcased on social media, has only fueled criticism, with many accusing them of being out of touch with reality. The optics of their behavior couldn't be worse. While Diddy sits in a jail cell, his children are gallivanting around the world, seemingly unfazed by the storm brewing around them. It's a stark contrast that's hard to ignore, raising questions about their priorities and whether they truly understand the gravity of the situation. Perhaps the most pressing question is what all of this means for the future of the Combs family. Diddy's trial is set to begin in May, and the stakes couldn't be higher. If convicted, the consequences could be catastrophic, not just for Diddy, but for his entire family. The financial impact alone could be significant, potentially jeopardizing the lavish lifestyle his children have grown accustomed to. Then there's the question of public perception. Even if Diddy manages to clear his name, the damage to his reputation may be irreversible. The Combs name, once synonymous with success and glamour, is now under a cloud of suspicion, and it remains uncertain whether they'll ever be able to shake it.
Every jail is bad, and some jails are worse than others. And the problem, again, is if you move him, why is he getting special treatment? And maybe he's earned special treatment. Maybe what he's done, maybe he's given so much back to his fans and to the world and to charity that maybe there's a way that it plays out in the end. But again, to go into court and say this jail is bad, move him to another jail, is not your first argument. That's sort of...
As for Christian, his legal battle is just beginning. The lawsuit filed by Omar could take months, if not years, to resolve, and the outcome remains uncertain. In the meantime, his reputation has already taken a hit, and it's unclear how this will affect his budding career in music and entertainment. For someone who has worked hard to step out of his father's shadow, this is a setback he likely didn't anticipate. Let's not forget the other members of the Combs family. While they may not be directly involved in the legal battles, they're certainly feeling the impact. Their every move is being scrutinized, and the pressure to maintain a united front must be immense. However, as the allegations continue to pile up, it's becoming increasingly difficult for them to keep up appearances. The cracks are starting to show, and it's only a matter of time before the facade crumbles entirely. So where does this leave us? The Combs family is at a crossroads, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Will they be able to weather this storm and come out on the other side? Or is this the beginning of the end for one of the most iconic families in entertainment? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.